Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start the introduction. First of all, I want to thank you for attending the office hours. The purpose of today's session is to introduce class syllabus to you. I am going to share my screen at this point, and so you can see where I'm going. If you do have questions, you can always use the reactions, which is located at the bottom of the screen, your screen toward the right hand side, bottom right, and raise your hand. So for example, if I want to show this, say, so this would be the reaction, and then you can always get rid of it. Okay. Now, let's go to your class syllabus. Let's share the screen first. All right, this is the class syllabus that is available through sorry, let me go to the right place. Through Canvas. So if you go to Canvas, log into your class and click on syllabus, and syllabus is located to the left of the screen on the navigation box. And that little arrow will download the syllabus for you. Once you download it, you will have the syllabus in Word. I'm going to make it a little bit larger so you can see the font. I'm Dr. Sayadan. I am a full-time accounting professor at Foothill College, as well as the accounting department chair. This is one of the classes that I teach this quarter, in addition to 3 other sections of financial and managerial accounting. Now, I do have face-to-face office hours. I'm in room 3016. So if you want to see me in person, I'm always available on Tuesdays. Today, I taught a class. I actually went to campus. I taught a class from 10 o'clock to 12. Then I started office hours from 12 to 2:30. So if you need to see me in person, you are welcome to come in. You don't need to make an appointment. There is no need to make an appointment. You can just come in and see me. Or we could just see each other during Zoom office hours. So that's as far as my office hours are concerned, and where my office is on the main campus. Now, one of the things that is required for this class is to purchase the textbook. The textbook is available in electronic format, in digital format, as well as in a hard copy. Everyone must purchase the e-text, electronic text, because you have to do your homework. And in order to do your homework, you have to have access to the e-text. So the question is, how would I buy my textbook? If you go into Canvas, I especially put this on Canvas homepage. So I'm clicking on the home page. This is where you see the welcome message. on the home page, as well as you will see it says access code for e-text. So if you click on it, and then you will see a live link, which says click here. And follow this carefully. I promise you, you will not have any problem purchasing the text. Pretty much what you have to do is to go into go into the bookstore, and I have created a live link for you. You'll see it here to purchase the text. If you want the e-text is $95. But if you want to have a hard copy, some people prefer to look at the hard copy of the text, the print copy, as opposed to just the e-text. Remember, as I mentioned, everyone should have e-text for the purpose of the access that you need to have to homework. But as far as the text itself, you can purchase it for $29.99, pretty much $30 at this particular website. It's a live link that I have created for you. It's basically Pearson website. So everyone must get an e-text and click on it, go to the bookstore and get an e-text. If you want a hard copy, click on this one. They will send you the e-text. Once you go to the bookstore and purchase e-text, you will get an email. In that email, look for it says look for a link that says go to brightwave.redshell. brightwave.redshell. This is where you create an account. Create an account there, and once you create an account, it will give you an access code and copy, and it will tell you copy this access code. It's a long, I want to say 18-digit code. Take that, go to Pearson. See, it says go to my lab mastering, which is right over here. I hope you see it. I'm going to annotate it. So you will take the access code once you enroll in Brightwave, which is pretty much Red Shell. You take the access code once you create an account on the Red Shell. You go into my lab mastering right over here. Okay, click on it. Once you click on it, now for me, it says open my lab and mastering because I have a different interface than students do. But for you, it says, let's get started or something like this. So you will click on that, follow along the screen, and you would be able to enroll without any problems. Okay, so that's as far as the e-text, and everyone must have e-text because you need to do your homework on e-text. Okay, so going back to the syllabus, this is an important part, required e-text. Obviously, you must have access to internet. You must have a computer. For this class, accessing e-text through your mobile phone will not work. One of my students had the hardest time. She was following the instructions that I have posted here on access code for e-text. And she was saying, but I don't see what you're seeing. And I had a Zoom meeting with her, and I found out that she's actually using her cell phone. I said, you cannot use your cell phone. And it is stated here that you must use Chrome, Google Chrome, to enroll and get the e-text, get access to e-text. Same goes, everyone, for when you do your assignments, when you take the midterms, final exam, it must be done through Google Chrome. If you use Firefox or Safari or other browsers, or if you use your cell phone, you will not see some of the tables on the midterm. And you have to have view of those tables so you can answer the question. And I do mention this in midterm reminder that I post before the midterm, but I also want to mention it here so you remember that. All right, so let's go back to, we talked about what you need to buy as far as required text. And then let's go back to how I will be grading you this quarter. There will be 2 midterm examinations. Each one of them is worth 100 points. Each one consists of 40 multiple choice questions. The questions are very similar to questions that you will be doing as part of your learning process, what I call dynamic study module. Dynamic study module has a series of 20 questions that you will go through to learn each chapter. So what I want you to do is to read the chapter. If you do not want to read the entire chapter, at least read my chapter summary. Where is my chapter summary? I'm going to go to Canvas. If you go to modules, scroll down, it says lecture in Microsoft Word, and I have a summary of each chapter prepared for you. I'm going to click on this one so you get a feeling, for example, for chapter 1. I'm going to download it now. It really is a summary of the chapter. Read the summary. I would say read the chapter itself, but if you don't want to read the chapter itself, at least read the summary that I have posted for you, and then try to answer. I also have posted 10 multiple choice questions that I literally take from the test bank, where your midterm questions come from. If you scroll down, go all the way down, you will see this is, I call it 10-minute quiz. These questions are questions that are right out of your test bank. These are the questions that are created by the publisher of your textbook. I didn't create them. I inserted them into the lecture, my chapter summary lecture. So you can read the chapter, my summary, then answer these questions. And then if you are not sure of an answer, I have an answer key for you here. Take a look at the answer. And then the areas that you have problems with, you can go back, take a look at your e-text. Okay. Then I want you to do the dynamic study module. I'm going to show you that's part of your homework. If you go to the assignments, you will see it says dynamic study modules. If I click on that, it's already open. And I'd say start. I don't think it would allow me to start because, oh, there it did, perfect. Sometimes it recognizes me as faculty, it doesn't. See, it has a series of 20 questions. These are questions very similar to what you will see on the midterm. So that's why I'm saying, read my chapter summary first for every chapter. Take that 10-minute quiz. Check and see which areas you're not comfortable with. Go back to actual textbook, read about those areas, then start doing the dynamic study module. By doing this, not only you're going to learn about the chapter, the important topics in the chapter, but you also will earn 2 extra credit points. So that's why I highly, highly recommend that you do the dynamic study module. It is optional, it's not required, but why not get extra credit? And trust me, at the end of the quarter, I have students who tell me, I really want to do the extra credit, I missed it, can I do it? My answer is always no, because it wouldn't be fair to those students who played it by the rule, did the dynamic study module in a timely manner when the link was open, and now a student realizes that, oh my God, I cannot get an A or I cannot get a B unless I have extra credit. And then can you open it? And I say no. So please take advantage of them. Take advantage of every single extra credit that I offer. So going back to the midterm, I was mentioning that the midterm consists of multiple choice questions. You just saw some samples of multiple choice questions. And the final exam is the same. Instead of 40 questions, I have 45 questions on the final exam. And they're all multiple choice. You also have to do 2 Excel assignments. The first Excel assignment is, I believe, out of chapter, let's see, it's on your homework page. The first Excel assignment is out of chapter 5. Okay, if you have never ever touched Excel, not to worry. I am gonna go over Excel assignment with you. In the class syllabus, you will see a link that says there you go. That's on May 17. It says required office hours to go over the Excel assignment. So that's when I go over it. I will tell you what needs to be done. Or you can simply, if you want to do the assignment sooner than later, I have step-by-step instructions in the syllabus under the title Excel assignment. If you follow that, you can do the assignment without any problem. Okay. Basically, you have to follow the 7 rubrics that I have here. And that's how I will be grading you. So you will have 2 Excel assignments. The due dates are stated in the calendar. I will go over the first one so you get a feeling for it. Then going back to the grading, you will also do 2 class participation. The class participation is pretty much one problem. And what I want you to do is, if you do the chapter homework, basically each chapter homework, which is extra credit, consists of a series of exercises and couple problems. I'm going to go back to the homework page. See, notice it says homework page. For chapter 1, for example, the exercises start on page 35, and then it will continue. So you will do 4 exercises and 2 problems, right? And by doing this, number 1, you learn the chapter, you learn the topics in the chapter, and you earn 4 extra credit points. So if you do homework, you get 4 extra credit points. If you do DSM, dynamic study module, you get additional 2 extra credit points. So for every chapter, you can have 6 extra credit points. And I hope you take advantage of those. Now, I was talking about the participation problem. Participation problem is at the end of your textbook. And basically, if you do your homework, the participation problem is very, very similar to the homework. For example, 33A would be, let me see, I think 33A would be, I explained that in under class participation. If you do 35A, which is part of your homework, then you should easily do 41B, because the only difference between 35A and 41B it would be the numbers. The format is identical. So that is, as far as your class participation goes, I recommend doing homework first, then do the class participations. And I only have 2 class participations, chapters 3 and 4. And each one of them is worth 10 points. I also want you to post a comment or help other students on that particular problem that you do. And your comment on the discussion board, that is also worth 1 point. So the solving the problem is worth 10 points as part of class participation. Then doing posting a comment or helping another student who has questions on the problem, that's another 1 point, a total of 11 points. 2 participation problems, 22 points. You also need to do a writing assignment. The writing assignment is over understanding corporate annual reports. It's worth 37 points. And basically for that one, I have already assigned you to groups. So find out who is in your group, and to find out who is in your group, what you need to do is you go to people, and once you go to people, click on writing assignment. Then you will not see all these, I've created 8 groups. You will not see all these groups. What you will see would be the names of people in your group. Okay. And then, and that appears, so you will go in the navigation box once more, you click on people, then you click on writing assignment, and you will see one of these, and the names of the members of your group are there. And that's, you divide up the questions and work on doing the writing assignment. I have detailed instructions for you under the title, Understanding Corporate Annual Reports. So I have step-by-step instructions that how you access the writing assignment. I also am going to do another Zoom office hours before you start working on the drafts, first draft and final draft. And I will go over what you need to do in the writing assignment. See, that is, excuse me, So you will see on Tuesday, May 3rd, we will have another required office hours. And as I mentioned, my office hours, I put required because I want to encourage the students to attend, but if you could not attend, I'm not going to deduct any points, but I hope you attend. You get so much out of it. It's really time well spent. So on May 3rd, I'm going to go over midterm 1, and I'm also going to go over the writing assignment. Right now, I just want to tell you, think about getting to know your group members at this point by going to people, by clicking on the writing assignment, look at the names of people in the group, then go into Canvas, and in the inbox of right over there, propose. See here, it says write a message. So propose a message and include the names of people in your group and start working on the assignment. And again, I mentioned this in the syllabus, but I just want to mention it here as well. So let me go back and clear this. All right. So that's as far as the writing assignment is concerned. If you had no success in seeing the people who are in your group, just let me know. I will take a screenshot of people in your group. It has the names of all the group members. I will send that to you. Just send me a message to inbox of Canvas, please, and I'm happy to do that. All right, so that's the writing assignment. You also need to take a quiz on understanding class syllabus. My syllabus is long. The reason it's long is because I've been teaching online for the past 24 years. And that's basically how long I've been at Foothill College. And it's always been, we used to have a different software called eTudes. We use that platform to deliver online instructions, but then about 4 or 5 years ago, we switched to Canvas, which is what we're using now. So over the past 24 years, when my online students ask questions and I see that more than 10 students have the same questions, then I include that topic in my syllabus, because I think that if you know the expectations about this class, if you know when you have to turn which assignment, you're going to do it. Sometimes if the students don't do well, it's because they're confused. They don't know what to do. So I try to include everything in my syllabus to bring a clarity and to make sure you read the syllabus, because it is over 20 pages. I'm having you do a quiz. It's a very easy quiz, and you will get 8 points for it. And then you get to know what is expected to do in the class. So you're getting 8 points. You also learn about what needs to be done in this class to be successful. And I'm going to show you the quiz. The quiz is, if you go into your Canvas class and go into assignments, scroll down, and you will see understanding class syllabus quiz. Click on it, and you can start taking the quiz. Homework assignment must be done. So take a look at the questions, and then take a look at the syllabus, find the answer it, and boom. Very easy, but it will make you familiar with the syllabus. And another reason my syllabus is long is because I used to actually order another booklet, which was published by another publisher, which you had to pay $30 for the Understanding Corporate Annual Reports. And then I thought, here you are paying $95 for the textbook, and then pay additional $30 plus tax for another booklet is too much. So I created my own Understanding Corporate Annual Report type of thing, and I included it in the syllabus. So that's another reason why my syllabus is just a little bit too long, because it really includes one more booklet, which you don't have to pay for. Okay, now, if you do not do Understanding Class Syllabus quiz by Friday, on Saturday, I will drop you from the course. Now, do I enjoy dropping students from the course? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, it looks bad on my record when, as a faculty, my students drop the course, because the top management says, why are they dropping the course? But the reason I would drop you is because the college policy is that for online students, they have to show somehow that they are participating in the class. And they require us to show some type of assignment. And if you don't do the assignment by the due date, we are required as faculty to drop students. So it's really college policy, not my policy. So I ask you to please complete this quiz called Understanding Class Syllabus Quiz by Friday. And you will see in my class calendar. There you go. Notice it says last day to submit Understanding Class Syllabus Quiz is Friday, and then it says students will be dropped from the class if they do not take the quiz. So if the first thing you need to do is honestly just today, after the office hours are over, just do this quiz, get it done with. Then start reading chapter 1. And again, you can read the chapter from the e-text, or if you want to take a look at my chapter summary, that will also work. Now, I also have, in addition to chapter summary, on modules, I also have a series of PowerPoint slides. Those are also terrific learning tools. So I will download one for chapter 1. You can also select to do to go over chapter 1 by going over these slides. So that's another way of doing it. So you have so many different learning tools that can help you learn the topics in each chapter, and then take the DSM, Dynamic Study Module Quiz, which consists of 20 questions, which will give you a good understanding of the chapter. Okay, so going back to the grading. That was the last piece as part of the grading. The total grade would be 400 points. And then, as I mentioned, I will provide over 60 points of extra credit, because remember, every chapter homework and DSM that you complete, that is 6 points of extra credit. I will go over 9 chapters this quarter. So 9 times 6, that's 54 points of extra credit. And then if you do an introduction, you get another 3 points. And I have a quiz called presentation handout quiz, which is also worth 3 points. So you have so many opportunities to do extra credit, and I hope you take advantage of every single one of them. So that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss today, to introduce the syllabus to you, to introduce myself to you, and also go over the grading. So at this point, I am going to stop sharing and answer your questions. If you do have questions, unmute yourself and ask me questions. Anyone? Okay, so then if you do not have questions, we're pretty much done. Then I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. But I'll wait a couple more minutes to make sure no one has questions, and then I will log off. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope to see you during every office hours. I promise you it will be worth your time to attend office hours. You will learn so much about the class, how to do the Excel assignment, how to take the midterm, how to do the writing assignment, how to take the final exam. So those are the only required hours that I hope you consider attending. The rest of it, you're pretty much on your own. You can download, you now saw the lecture summary, you can download that and go over it. You saw that we have PowerPoint, you can download that and go over it. There are also a series of videos that go over every chapter. If you like, if you're an audio person, those videos, there's single video on every chapter, and I have that also on modules. So I'm going to go on modules real quick again, and it says videos on. There you go, videos for each chapter. That's on modules. Okay. All righty. No questions, everyone? Did you find this session helpful? Awesome. Well, thank you for, I see in the chat. Thank you that, yes, it was helpful. I'm so glad to see that. And thank you so much for your feedback. It means a lot to me. There's a question that things about the text homework, I'm finding it very nitpicky with how you enter stuff. I'm not sure what you mean by nitpicky. You can, if you like, Michelle, we can have a Zoom meeting, and I'm happy to go over any questions you have.
It's okay. It was just when you're doing just like the entries and stuff, like it'll have you accrue stuff into like utilities payable or like advertising payable, and so it was like it was marked wrong because I had it in accounts payable, but it's technically the same thing, but you really just have to follow like all their office supplies, I would assume were expenses, but because it doesn't say expenses, they're expecting you to capitalize it. So it's getting used to the way that they present the material.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And so when you're saying nitpicky, you're talking about the textbook. I thought maybe you're talking about the syllabus, and I said I'm more than happy to make changes to the syllabus because your feedback is really important to me. But you're right. And the problem with electronic homework is that you have to enter the correct answer. And office supplies, Michelle, is an asset. It's current asset. And because it's something we own, which goes over, well, we'll have it for about a year or so. We own it for a year or so as we use it up. And then the part that we use up, it will become expense. But I can understand that it will become sometimes frustrating because you put that in and it's not the right answer.
Well, I've never worked anywhere in industry or in public that capitalizes office supplies. Like it's just for very small companies, like, or it's not, over whatever your policy limit is, like, that's just, it's unlikely in practice.
And in actual practice, if office supplies, usually companies, what they follow, because we have to follow generally accepted accounting principles. If office supplies is a major part of their current assets, they must capitalize it. They must consider it as an asset. But you're right, if it's a small amount, they expense it off. It's just not worth the time to doing that.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. All right, wonderful. Let me see. Well, great. I'm so glad the comments I'm getting that this was helpful, and so glad that you attended. Thank you, everyone. Any questions, any other questions? And I'm glad Michelle mentioned that, because when you're doing your homework, by the way, when you do your homework, there is a button that says help me. And if you click on that, eventually, if you keep clicking on it, it will give you the answer. So it makes it a little bit less frustrating. Anything else? All right, then I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you again for attending the office hours. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.